The story opens with Donald Blake unable to remember why banging his cane on the ground is so important and what it's supposed to do.
While Donald walked into a train station, he hears someone call his name as a strange looking train approached.
He hears, "Have no fear," as the train doors open and Donald boards the train.
The train takes Donald to a place he's never seen before. He approaches two men and asks, "Who are you?"
The old man replies, "I am the wizard, Mama Ragan, and this is Captain Marvel. I know who you are, Donald Blake, or should I call you the mighty Thor?"
When Donald is reminded of who he is, he begins to remember Odin, and that hitting his cane on the ground turns him into Thor.
Not knowing why Donald could not summon the lightning to turn into Thor, Mama Ragan suggests Captain Marvel summon his lightning to try to turn Donald into Thor.
Captain Marvel goes next to Thor and yells, "Shazam!" This summons down lightning, turning Donald Blake into Thor and Captain Marvel back into Billy Batson.
Thor is amazed that it worked, but realizes that his hammer Mjolnir is not here, and without it, he will turn back into Donald Blake within 60 seconds.
Mamaragan goes to explain that time moves differently here, and when he is interrupted by an explosion. The cause of the explosion was Mr. Mind in a humanoid body.
Mr. Mind explains that, like Shazam, it stands for the names of the gods that give Captain Marvel his powers, and that he himself has the powers of the gods that he has stolen from them.
Mr. Mind brags that he has a total of 10 gods and demons to draw his power from, while Captain Marvel only has 6.
Before Thor could go on the attack, Billy yells, "Shazam!" turning him into Captain Marvel, but turning Thor back into Donald Blake.
Realizing that Thor's power, while not with him, goes into Mr. Mind and is the reason why Donald can't call on the power of Thor, because Mr. Mind stole it.
Captain Marvel yells, "Shazam!" turning Donald back into Thor and taking that power from Mr. Mind.
Mr. Mind and Thor exchange blows, but Mr. Mind was able to get a good shot in on Thor and rushes the wizard Mamaragan, grabbing him by his throat.
Billy tells Thor, "We gotta do something. The wizard's in trouble." Thor says, "We can't have you summon your lightning, so why don't you try mine?" handing Billy his cane. Billy hits the cane on the ground and is holding Mjolnir as Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel is amazed that he is back, and that Mjolnir is too. Thor explains that's because he is worthy and Odin's spell was able to restore him as well.
Thor and Captain Marvel look at Mr. Mind and go on the attack. Even with two gods attacking him, Mr. Mind says that he has more power and blasts them with hellfire.
Just then, Mr. Mind goes for Mjolnir while Thor pleads with Captain Marvel to keep his grip on the hammer.
Mr. Mind was able to get Mjolnir, but he is not worthy, sending them both towards the ground. Mr. Mind says it doesn't matter if he is worthy or not, because if he is holding the hammer when it hits the ground, he will be granted the power of Thor.
Crash! The hammer hits the ground, cracking it, sending lightning flashing everywhere. Captain Marvel explains that the cane is what turns you into Thor, while the hammer turns you back.
Swoosh! Mr. Mind quickly realizes that he is back to being a worm and is picked up by the wizard. He tells Mr. Mind that he thinks he will take him to all the gods and demons to see what they think of him stealing their powers.
Captain Marvel hands Thor his cane. Thor then says his mortal self wants to know if he can indeed pick up the hammer.
Thor hits his cane on the ground, turning him back into Donald, and he indeed was able to hold the hammer. They thank each other for helping save their worlds and know there will be a time when they meet again.